A very big hello to my wonderful PU2 champions out there. I hope my all your children are doing great. So, I am here with a strategy for scoring 70 plus in biology. Now, are you someone who studies for 10 hours in a day, or are you someone who studies for 5 hours in a day, or even less than that? Well, I am here to tell you that basically with a right strategy, even if you study for less hours, you can still score better than people who study for 10 hours. Ma'am, how? So basically, just think. If a child is studying for 5 hours, but he or she is focusing on the most important chapters, practicing enough amount of questions, having a writing practice, revising after every 3 days, and on the other hand, we have a person who's studying for 10 hours but is mostly focusing on easy random chapters out there, not looking for the weightage out there, just randomly studying everything, thinks everything is important, writes down every single notes, whatever teacher is saying, you're writing it down, and all this thing is happening. Which one do you think is correct way of studying? Which one do you think would guarantee you marks? Obviously, this particular scenario, what this particular child is using, right? A person who is studying for 5 hours, if he or she is using it properly or wisely, my dear children, he is doing or she is doing far better than the other person. You get it? So first thing that you should be having is a proper strategy. How are you planning your study, my dear children? That matters a lot. And the second thing comes, that is action. How are you executing the plan that you have made? That also matters a lot. Okay, so I'm not saying the people who study for 10 hours are not brilliant or they do not know anything. There are people who actually study for 10 hours and they make use of the 10 hours very nicely. Kudos to you. But as of now, we all know exam is so near, we do not have that much time. So we should be having a strategy for utilizing the best of the time that we have already got. If you think I made sense over here, do not forget to hit on the like button and on the subscribe button as well. And now let's see how we can do it. So first thing that we need to do is, where is it? Yeah, yo. So the first thing that we need to do is know the weightage of all the chapters. Principles of inheritance and variation gives you 13 marks. Molecular basis, again 13 marks. Human health and disease, 11. Sexual reproduction in flowering plants, 11. Human reproduction, 10. Reproductive health, 6. Now ma'am, I love these two chapters. Very easy for me. I have been studying this from grade 6. Human reproduction is so easy for me. I'll just study this chapter and this chapter together, and I'll skip this molecular basis of inheritance because 10 plus 6, 16 marks I am getting anyways. Don't do this mistake. Why? Because first of all, it's the numbering for the board examination. Okay, this is for your final board examination, the marks which has been written. But in this time's midterm examination, you will get highest, whatever weightage is there, the highest weightage would be given to this particular chapter. It can be 10, it can be 6, whatever it is, but it will be there. The highest weightage would be for these many chapters. So you cannot guarantee human reproduction plus reproductive health gives you 16 marks. And also, how sure are you that you will be able to attempt all the questions of these chapters? Obviously, you're not very sure. You can never expect it, right? So basically, never miss out the important chapters, however difficult it is, because there are ways that you can make these chapters easy as well. How? How can you approach the chapters? That also matters a lot. Make sure, if at all you're getting stuck with your NCERT, go for the one-shot videos. It makes a lot more sense. And I am telling you, I am a teacher. I give my 100% while teaching, and that is how I made the midterm series. So over here, I have a rapid revision for all the chapters, as you can see, for example, human health, human reproduction, sexual reproduction, or molecular basis of inheritance, principles of inheritance. For all that, there's a one-shot lecture which covers the entire chapter in one single shot. The span can go to around 2 hours, 2 hours being the maximum and 1.5 being the minimum is what I remember. Okay, so watch this one-shot video. Your concepts are clear. Now what do you have to do next? You have to practice the questions. Do I need to go somewhere else to practice the questions? No. Again, over here itself, I have the most expected questions for all the chapters. So after the one-shot videos are the most expected questions that have been repeated. But I definitely know that you also have to try from your end. So what can you do for that? One thing that you can try to do from your end is that when you're watching the video, suppose you're watching my video on the questions out there, mark the questions. For example, this is a question that I feel that, oh wow, there can be a question like this. Let me mark this question. 2. and then probably 5th one, and then probably 8th one. Whatever questions that you're going to mark, try it by yourselves as well towards the end of the video. Once you're done with the video, try for the 2nd question, try for the 5th question, try for the 8th question. In that way, your revision is also happening from your end, but you have to try. Listen, it's biology paper. You need to write. And if you're not writing in the paper with your knowledge, you're doing nothing. So over there, you have to be really smart how to write the answer, write the subheadings and everything out there. I'll talk more about it later on as well. But I am telling you, this is the perfect way where you can cover the topic with a least amount of time that you are having. And I would not say that you should not touch your NCERT. You should be actually referring to your NCERT. I told you one important thing. When you are not able to understand NCERT, come and watch the one-shot video, but then later you have to go back and read the NCERT once, at least once. This gives you confidence and everything which is needed. Okay, can you try to do that? And for question practice also, you can try this only. That would be more than enough. But if at all you feel that, no ma'am, I have to practice questions from book, that is how I understand, I'll tell you the resources for that as well. Okay, so let's go ahead with the next thing. So these are the resources that you have to refer. As I told you, for concepts is just NCERT, no other reference books. Don't even think of any other reference books for biology. NCERT is something that you need to refer to, that's all. Now for question practice, you can look for Jeevit Publications book. Okay, Jeevit Publication has a book, is a book which gives the books which basically has the most repeated questions for every single year. And it is chapter wise and it's marks wise also segregated, so it becomes a lot more easy for you to practice. Apart from it, the Karnataka government the previous year had released the question bank. You can also refer to the question bank. That also works. Okay, in the question bank, there would be chapter wise MCQ question and everything out there. You pick up some random questions, try to do it. But you have to do it anyways. If at all you're just reading the concepts, if at all you're just understanding the concepts, not putting into practice, you will feel that, oh my god, I studied this hard, still I'm not able to crack the questions. Because the questions can be mended in different ways that you never imagined, my dear children. So I'll recommend you, please solve the questions and fix. In every study hour, I have to solve at least 5 questions. This is the fixed target. After watching ma'am's video, at least 5 questions, I'll definitely at least write the key points to it, but I will try for it. You should do that. Okay? Now going ahead with one very important thing. So here I'm not talking about the short-term goal that is your PU2 midterm examination, but I'm talking about your long-term goal, that is to score good in your PU2 boards. If at all you're a person who is wanting to crack KCET, okay, and you know for KCET, PU2 has 50% weightage. So this is not a joke. We have to be very well prepared for your PU2 as well as KCET, both of them, right? So here is a 90-day crash course which we call as KC90, where actually we are focusing on both KCET as well as Comet K. And I'm pretty sure you guys are of biology, so for Comet K, you might not have nothing to do with it, but for KCET definitely it could be of a great help. Why? Because it's a crash course, it's offline, you have to come to a campuses, and when it's offline it becomes all the more better for you to understand. At least for some people, they understand it better when it comes to teacher to student communication, right? So you can try it out, and if you want more details for this, my dear children, there's a number here in the description box. You would find the link. Go and check for all the details. If you think it's good, go for it. I'll definitely recommend you to do that. And if at all you have any queries around it that probably you are not able to solve by going through all these things, you can let us know in the comment section. We are here to help you out with that as well. And we are also thinking for putting up an online version of it, because we saw so many people among you asking for an online version. So if it works well, we'll definitely let you know really soon. And if you want that for sure from your end, definitely let us know. I'm seeing the comments, but more comments really motivates us. And my dear children, remember, you are actually going to ace the examination. There is nothing in this world that can stop you, and I'm telling you why, because you all are brilliant, you all are hardworking. And if you think that, ma'am, whatever you are saying does not apply to me, and you have that realization, then it's quick time, or it's high time to change that. Okay, so change and try really hard, work really hard for a better goal, for making your parents proud, for making yourselves proud. Okay, so do that. Now coming to the next thing, that is question paper pattern. Have you seen the biology question paper? At least some model question papers are there. If at all not, then I'll show you. So first 20 questions are basically, my dear children, MCQ, sorry, not MCQs, 1 marker question. The first 20 questions are 1 marker. Among that, 1 to 15 questions are all MCQs. Okay, and 15 to 20 questions are fill in the blanks questions. All of them gives you 1 marks. Now after that, you would be having 2 marker questions. Okay, and you have to attempt 5 of them. You have to attempt how many? 5 of them. So 2 marker question appears to be like this. You can choose. So over here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 questions are there. Out of that you can pick any 5 of them and try to answer it. For a 2 marker question, you should not be wasting too much amount of your time. 3 to 4 points would be enough. Okay, 3 to 4 points would be enough. Be to the point, explain it, underline wherever it's necessary. Do not give too much of your time for the 2 marker question. If it's a difference between question, make a line between that and explain it properly. Okay, now going ahead with the next thing, that is a 3 marker question. So how many questions are there? Again, you have to choose 5. Here you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 questions are there. Out of that, you have to pick 5 of them. They are of 3 marks. Again, you have to write at least 6 to 7 points out there for a 3 marker question. If at all it's there, make drawings if at all it's necessary. Make flow charts if at all it makes sense, because it's 3 marker. Okay, and this will guarantee you 15 marks. Again, whenever you start with part C, mention part C, part B, whatever parts are there, you have to mention it. Don't make it confusing for the teacher who is going to check the paper. Now the next thing. Part D will be containing 5 marker questions. So part D, in that there is 5th one, as you can see over here. Here you have to choose any 4 of them. Okay, you have to choose any 4 of them and answer it. And this is going to take a lot of your time. So the 5 marker questions, whatever you know, in whatever ways possible, you have to explain it again properly. Headings, subheadings, to the point things. And when you do this, when you have a habit of this, you will not overwrite things. Because when you overwrite, you will not be able to finish the whole paper, especially in biology. So please do not do that mistake. You have to choose any 4 of them and write it. This is part D, 5th portion. Now there is one more portion, that is 6th portion, where you have to choose only 1 question. So these are other questions which are being put. Here you have to use a little bit more of your brain, my dear children. You have to choose any 1 question, and this will also give you 5 marks. So in total you have to attempt 5 markers. From there 4 of them, from here 1 of them. So this is how the general paper pattern looks. Okay, and as I told you, you have to keep certain things in mind. I have put down what you have to keep in mind over here as well. First of all, whenever you write the answer, make sure you are underlining the key terms. Whatever you have to show, okay, underline them. Second thing, create neat label diagram. Label it properly, make with a pencil. If you want labeling to be in pen, you can do that, no problem. Next, to be to the point. That means you don't have to you don't have to explain a lot of things at one go. Make sure whenever you frame the answer, it should be intro. Okay, intro as in what is being asked. Okay, this is about flowers pollinated by wind. Okay, so over here we are going to see the features of the flower pollinated by wind, and then show the features. What are the features? Whatever thing is there, it should be in the main part, and then at the end there should be a conclusion. If at all you are not finding time for that, at least write in points, that would be more than enough. Now use tables for differences. For example, when it's different between question, make lines like this and explain it properly. Okay, maintain neatness and correct spellings, and manage the word and the time limit. So there are some people who know everything but do not find the time to write it because you overwrite things. So the best way to avoid it, as I said, headings, subheadings and the points, that's all. So when you write in points, it becomes really, really nice. And as a teacher, I am telling you, it becomes a lot more easier for us to check as well. Okay, so these are the things that I want to tell you. This is a strategy that you can apply for yourselves. And my dear children, one very important thing that I want to tell right now is that, where is it? Just a second, okay? There is a video that we have released, okay? And what do you call that video as? You call that video as, why does it go like that? Oh my God, I'm so sorry, kids. That video is known as passing package. So if at all anyone among you thinks that, ma'am, I have no time, okay, I have invested my time at somewhere else, I studied some other subject, I have no time for biology as of now, I know I did the mistake, then there's a rescue plan for you, and that is watching the video of passing package. Watch the video, you'll get to understand what are the bare minimum things that you should be knowing for at least passing, and I'll tell you honestly, the passing package that I made will itself make you score really good if you follow it properly. So this is a video that you can definitely refer to. Okay, look for the answers properly, try to frame it, try to recall it whenever you have time, and that would be more than enough if at all you are in a crunch of time. So for midterm examination, some people have it now, some people have it later on, so it depends, right? Which is why I told that you can use this particular video as well. The link to this video would be given in the description box. I'll ask them to put it there, okay? And if at all you need any help from my end, if there is any concept that is something very difficult for you to understand, you can put it down again in the comment section. Listen, I am here for you, trust me with that. Okay, if you want me to come live and explain certain chapters out there or certain answers out there, I am here, but you have to let me know in the comment section below. So that's all for now, and if at all you have not subscribed to the channel yet, subscribe to it right now. So that's all, wishing you all the best. Please take care of yourselves. You are going to give your best and you are the best. Bye-bye.